footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you an NFL Week 6 preview between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Now let's start with the 49ers in this game. Outstanding victory last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now what the 49ers have to come in and do on the road in Detroit is set the tone early in this matchup. One thing that the 49ers are able to do impressively is run the football. Frank Gore had an outstanding day. They're going to need a little bit more of that this week against the Lions. The Lions just want to come in and play downhill, play aggressive with that defensive front. You match their aggressiveness with the power and brute strength of that offensive line that they have. Look for the biggest matchup to be between Mike Iupati and the defensive tackle out there in Dominican Suit. That's going to be a classic matchup to watch. Both guys are very physical at the point of attack, so I look for the 49ers to come in and take advantage of the aggressiveness of the Lions by running the football downhill. And you look at the 49ers, they can run the same run plays out of the shotgun. The 49ers, if you feel as though the pressure is getting too heavy for Alex Smith, you can run the same plays out of the shotgun. They have an outstanding running game system out there in San Francisco, and you want to win the battle of tempo. Detroit wants to come in and play up to the crowd and force the defense to set the tempo of the opposing offense. But you look at the 49ers, they have to come in and set the tempo, slow the game down, take the crowd out of it by playing slow-paced football. Now defensively, I would say man coverage with safety over the top would help better defend the receivers of the Detroit Lions. Matt Stafford does a great job of throwing through zones. If you play man coverage, you're going to force him to be an accurate passer, and that is something that he has not shown this season. You look at Detroit coming to this ball game. Outstanding victory against Chicago. They have to come down off that high and realize that this is a different matchup. The 49ers present different tests for the Detroit Lions, and one thing that the Detroit Lions struggle with is pressure up the middle. The 49ers can provide pressure up the middle of that offensive line with that 3-4 defense, so it's all up to that O-line versus those front seven defenders of the 49ers. That's going to be the biggest matchup I'm looking for. Can they hold up? Can they get Matt Stafford upright? Because he's taken a lot of hits this season. And also look at the ground game. Yes, Jahvid Best had over 155 yards rushing last week, but it was off two large chunks, two big run plays. Can they get that consistent ground game going? I know that's the type of back he is, where he may get stopped for 2 yards here, 2 yards there, and then pop 60, but you have to be consistent against the 49ers in anything you do offensively. Now you look at the defensive matchup. Can they come in and put pressure on Alex Smith? Can they get that front side pressure that gives Alex Smith problems? That's pressure coming from the tight end side. Can they get that pressure going? And the linebackers have to be able to cover the very good tight end in Vernon Davis. So the 49ers are going to be without Josh Morgan, so they're hurting at wide receiver. We don't know if Braylon Edwards is going to be back, so they're going to come in limping. They're going to go to that tight end a lot. It's up to those linebackers and those safeties to make sure they take away Vernon Davis. Now you look at the X factors in this ball game. The X factor for the 49ers has to be Michael Crabtree. He has to come in and take advantage of the spotlight, be the number one guy that they draft you to be. You look at the X factors for the Detroit Lions. I look at the center, Dominic Royale. He has to come in and make sure he does not get dominated at the point of attack. Otherwise, the 49ers will have their way with the different gap pressure that they like to bring. This is a tough game. Both teams are very physical, both well coached. I'm going with the Lions at home. I like what I see out the passing game. They can throw themselves out of a tight jam, so that's going to be a key element, because if they have to get to a shootout, if they have to throw to win, I have full confidence in that passing game to be consistent. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.